is so yes. Go ahead.
And then before we start, I just want to say a huge thank you to John and you. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day. We were talking and I'm like, this is all happening so fast, and everyone's so happy for me. I was a little stressed out, but that's okay because I'm doing great, and I just love the opportunity that presented itself to me. So thank you.
Believe me, it's our privilege to meet you and be involved in this too, and look forward to having you here at Niagara Frontier. It's a great golf course. You're gonna love it.
It's unbelievable. It really is. I can devoutly, passionately buttress Dan's assertion there, because it is it's like a playground in a sense. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place. And so we've got Jake that's joined too. And let's just see if we can get Jake fired up here, getting them all dialed in, and then we can ride. Hey, there he is.
Good morning.
Hey guys, how are we doing?
Good morning.
JT. What is up, brother?
Not too much. A little chilly out here today, so I'm glad we didn't schedule the in-person meeting at Niagara Frontier today. It would have been a kind of a miserable day. So I'm glad we're doing this and waiting for a sunnier day to get you guys out here.
Yeah, and exactly that, right? So Nate was just saying that he loves to be in person, and Barb, and what we'll do even too is I'll just kind of set the stage in a sense, and I'll shut up and listen and enjoy. Jake, we are recording so that we could get some content for kind of even everybody, right? So it's a beautiful story, it's a beautiful message, it's a beautiful showing of community. So first of all, don't feel like you have to be scripted or anything, like this can be sliced and diced.
We can edit everything out, right?
We're talking to human, right? But
I mean, can I call you? Is Jake okay, or
Jake is totally okay? I prefer it.
Or JT.
Jake, I was just saying thank you to you guys. You are really really amazing. So thank you for taking the time out of my day, and it's actually my birthday. So
wow, happy birthday. That's awesome. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
I said to Nate, I said, what could be better than meeting with these two gentlemen to receive their gift of membership on your birthday?
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
It all worked out pretty well. But Nate, John's shared my story or your story with me, and Dan and I had talked about it, and it's inspiring. It's awesome what you're doing, and we want to give you a place to help you keep going and achieve your dreams. And, I think Niagara Frontier is a perfect spot for you. Once we get you out here, you're gonna fall in love with the place. So we couldn't be more excited to have you on board. With join our community with our membership and be a part of Niagara Frontier.
Yeah, cause me and John have really good conversations, and I always tell him, like, I want to be great, like I have that passion of, like, I recently got what I think it's 700 followers on Instagram, and I'm like, okay, that's great. I'm like, but I'm just not satisfied. I'm like, this is what I want to do for my career, and share my story and meet with cool people like yourself. And I just want to reiterate, thank you guys so much. But I just, that's the whole reason. It's not all about golf. Yes, I do play golf, but like, it's about having a story. Not like, I don't know, Jake, if you see my, wait, Jake, yeah.
You're Jake. You're good, brother.
Good.
I just don't want to mispronounce names. Could that be
We're good,
terrible?
brother. We're all friends out here, man. We're all friends out here.
You should hear what Nooch calls me sometimes.
And vice
Yeah,
versa. I mean,
and like I have a sorry, I have a YouTube channel, and I keep telling people like it's not about like money, it's about like connections. It's about meeting people. It's about like being a golfer, being a good person, like getting my PAT, like player ability test. Like it's not about like, oh my God, I walk out in public and I have to sign 70 things. It's about like making connections with good people and just being a good person. And that on top of golf is just insane. Like the comments, I don't know, John, if you see my Instagram, and I'm sorry.
I'm on it now, brother. I'm on it now. I'm looking at it again.
But I just like getting so many comments, and I know because once you get famous, that's not gonna last all the comments. But it just that's the goal, is just to be an inspiration, not
You already
to.
are.
And I want to thank you guys so much again, because this is just really cool.
No,
You're the man,
Especially-
Nate.
yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
know.
give you for a sec though, if I could. And Nate, you're the man. I don't
Especially on my birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday
Happy
there.
birthday.
The big 2-1, by the way, guys.
Oh
Let's go.
man.
Let's go. So really quick though, I'd like to start with Barb. Maybe just a quick intro on Barb and her story. And you know, she's the connector to all of this, right? So if I didn't know Barb, then I wouldn't know Nate. So big thanks to Barb. Thanks all around. But maybe we'll do Barb and then Dan, then Jake, and then we'll kind of keep the conversation going. But just so we have some context, yeah. So Nate, we can get you to know these folks, these awesome humans, a little better.
Well, I'm Barbara Boese, and I'm the transition coordinator for Accessible Academics. We're a nonprofit organization that works with high school graduates or the early young adult population to in post-secondary education to launch meaningful careers. And we really specialize in providing those services to persons with disabilities, and that could be any disability. In Nate's case, it's CP. And he was a high school graduate and loves the game of golf. And he connected with us and we're like, okay, let's get a game plan on. And he has really driven this process of, I love golf. I'd like to work in golf. I'd like to grow the game. I'd like other people with disabilities to see that you can play. And despite his disabilities, the underlying thing about Nate is that he is a tremendous athlete. And
It really is.
And that shows in his skill level in his game. And I work to network with all kinds of businesses and organizations to find meaningful internships and job placements and career launches for our students, most of whom go to college. Most of them, we have students who we're helping to support earn their GED, and some to get individualized training and certification like Nate for the PAT, but we have a large contingency of students who are in community college and in university. And it's important to know that 26% of Americans have a disability of some sort, and we want all of the other 74% to know this 26% has a lot to offer, and it makes our quality of life all better when they're participating at full capacity. So I really thank all of you for engaging with me and then with Nate and offering this great opportunity to really expand somebody's individual life, but then to also enrich all of ours.
Ripple effects, Barb. Well said there.
100%.
And just one more thing, Nate is not only an athlete, but he is a student of the game, and man, he's a coach. The first time, remember Barb, when we met? So funny, quick story. And then back to Dan, I don't mean to steal the mic back, but I had a video just out of nowhere come up in my mind of me, you know, piping 1 340 or whatever. And I go, hey, Nate, let me share my screen. This is like a month or two ago now when we first met. And I go, Nate, let me share my screen. And in my head, I'm like, Nate's going to be like, wow, that's a great swing. So I show him video and he's like, yeah, nice. And he's like, rewind back to the beginning immediately. And I'm like, sure, rewind. He goes, stop. Oh, no, right there. Yeah, right there. And he goes, what are you doing? And I go, oh my God, I'm way too far from the ball. And he's like, yeah, man, that's what's going to help your consistency to get you closer to that golf ball. I like, hand to God. I mean, it was unbelievable. So, not only an athlete, but a student and passionate, a passionate advocate for the game. So anyway, sorry, Dan, some more from you. The legend himself.
He calls me that all the time. I don't know why.
Yes.
But.
So does Jake. Though.
So Danny Antonucci, I'm the head golf pro here at Niagara Frontier Country Club. This is my 30th season as head pro. I started my career as an assistant pro at Lancaster Country Club for 3 years, and I went to Craigburn Golf Club for 3 years. And I got hired at Niagara Frontier, and I told my wife this would be probably a job we'd keep for about 5 years, and then we'd move somewhere else. And 30 years later, this is such a great place, just a terrific golf course, and the members here are fantastic. And when you get to work with guys like Jake Tino, who's so awesome, we have fun. We have fun all the time when we're here at work. That's our number one motto here, Nate, is we have fun when we work. So basically, I also serve right now as the Western New York PGA section president, which is a volunteer position, which is kind of a neat thing to be involved in. But Nate, what I'm going to tell you about golf and relationships, the relationships that you'll make through your golf, through golf and your golf career is like no other. And that's the best thing that I've seen, that I really have through my golf career, is the relationships you'll make with people who play golf. They're outside of the golf industry. They're in all lines of work. It's just amazing, the people that you'll meet throughout your career. And I think that's the best thing about being in the golf business. So, I'm here for you. I'd love to help you out. If you need any mentorship, I've been through it all and have helped some guys through their golf career too. In fact, one of our assistant pros from Niagara Frontier is now the head pro at TPC San Antonio. He's got himself a real big job. So, but we're here to help you. We look forward to meeting you in person. And, relationships, John Asberg, why would I never met this guy unless it was for golf, through golf. So it's really, really amazing the people you'll meet.
I so agree with that, man.
So thank you for that. That's really inspiring. I thank you.
My pleasure.
Yeah, and then Jake, let's get into you, brother. Or, that sounds weird. I don't know what the hell I just said.
Yeah, so
let's get you rolling, brother.
Yeah, I serve. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay,
No,
you go, Jake.
I was just saying that's really weird to say.
I don't know what I'm saying here. I'm overly energized.
What's in that cup?
Yeah.
You know what's
You don't want to know.
You know what's funny is Barb's teaching me professionalism, and you're the one being unprofessional.
It was accidental, Nate. I wasn't purposely doing it.
Oh.
It was an improper. What one may call a Freudian slip, but it wasn't meant to be one.
Yeah.
So trust not with Jake, but anyway, Jake, your introduction, brother. That's gonna be a fun recording to look back on. Man, that's great.
Go easy on John.
You cut that out. Cut that one out. Let's go.
So I serve as the membership director at Niagara Frontier. So I've been with the club. This is the start of my third season. So my main responsibility was to grow the membership and bring more people to play golf at Niagara Frontier. Since expanded a little bit, helping out in different areas of the club. But I kind of echo what Dan was saying. The people I've met through just being here for 2.5 seasons. And the people I've met from the people I've met, I've met John, and he's introduced me to, you guys and the Encore guys. Dan's introduced me to Brian Jacobs, who I know you guys know. And, it's just a, incredible environment to be a part of. It's unfortunate in the Northeast that we only get 6 to 8 good months of it, unless you're John Osberg and play
Speak
golf
for yourself. Let's
when
go.
it's 30 degrees outside here. But no, we
I've
couldn't be more excited
sorry
to
to
have.
cut you off. I've
No,
golfed.
go.
I've golfed in 45-degree weather.
Nate, this winter, you and me, brother, Niagara Frontier will be out there in 25 degrees like I did all season.
Listen, I'm crazy, but not that crazy.
Keep hanging around me, Nate, and you'll get, hopefully it's the good kind of crazy. So Jake, continue, brother, continue.
Yeah, absolutely. So, again, Nate, we're honored to have you be a part of Niagara Frontier. Our practice facilities, our golf course, our head golf professional are second to none in the area, and you'll find out very quickly. And I like what you said about how you're building your channel and your following and all that, and it's not about the money. It's about using golf as an outlet to tell your story and inspire other people. Because I think a lot of people go into everybody thinks that social media is a big money grab, and it's easy to just grow a following and do that. So the approach that you're taking is contrarian in a lot of ways to how other people think. And I think it's the honorable and the approach that in the long term is going to do more for you because it's authentic, it's real, and it's inspiring. So, I think you're going to do very well with that. And we are just happy that we can kind of help you and supply you with the place to grow your game. And very similar to you, I'm not a PGA professional. I am in the classes. I'm signed up to, begin that process of becoming PGA certified. So if you need help on that end, we can kind of go through it together. I'm more than happy to help you out and,
awesome.
do what we can. Hopefully, my golf game needs some work too. So maybe we'll get some videos over your way and you can tell me all the things I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, that's cool. That's not, I mean, cool is, that's amazing that you're actually like in the like certification process, because like that's where I want to go. Like, cause I don't like, I just don't want to like I always say, like, take it a step further. Like, so like the reason why I'm excited to get certified is so like I know kids these days do not go to golf lessons. Like they'll gladly just Google it on YouTube and just watch it. So like that's part of like my marketing like mindset is like, okay, yes, I want to teach people in person, but like also like I want to create videos to teach people how to play golf and like actually like I don't know if you've heard of it, but like have you heard of Rick Shields?
Yes, I've watched plenty of Rick Shields videos. Great.
So like,
I actually know Rick. He's a good guy.
Wait, no, you don't.
I do. When I worked at I'm eating a snack bar here. When I worked at Encore, I got to interact with him a bunch.
Yeah, and like because I know kids watch YouTube, so like if you want to be good at golf, you're not gonna go out and pay $50 a lesson. You're just gonna Google it. So like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying kids are.
But what
lazy.
you can do though, Nate, is you can have that YouTube, and people can only get so much through the screen, right? So then, Nate, when you're a PGA pro, much like Dan and soon to be Jake, that's where then you are now physically there, and you have your PGA pro card, and you can then in person, because like you said, what did you say before we started here, Nate? You said, listen, I love the virtual, but what's the best? It's in person. So I'm totally with you though, right? So it's like a feeder. It feeds through the screen into in person.
Yeah, and like. And like that's my goal. And like speaking of instructor, like me, I have a life coach, and him and I were just thinking about videos for my YouTube, like because I don't know if you know, I'm getting new gloves so that
Let's go, baby.
I've heard. That's awesome. What are you going with? What brand are you going with?
I'm going with, well, multiple. I'm going with Callaway irons because I'm going with the Maverick because
Okay.
I heard they're really good.
There you go.
Forget
So good.
the Sim Max too.
Okay. Popular. People like that one.
And a part of that, I'm just gonna wing it. But yeah, yeah. but yeah, while this is recording, shout out to Club Champion who's gonna help me out with that quick plug. I'm really sorry.
Ryan Jacobs, baby.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the meeting. Make sure you send that to them, John.
Hey Nate, Nate, one more thing. Don't buy a bag because I'm working on something for you. Just a little something else in the background. Just don't get a bag yet. You might get something pretty cool coming soon. I'm working on.
I have a bag, so I wasn't really bored. So
well, we'll get you. We might be getting you another one. I think you'll like. You can switch them in and out.
But back to where I was going. Yeah, just like YouTube videos, also instructing kids how to play golf. Not kids, I should say like young people. So in like a couple rage compilations here and there, because we all know we rage. If you don't rage, you're just lying to yourself. But yeah, that's my goal, and we're working with Encore Golf, which I've always, hey, shout out Encore. I've always wanted to stay true to Buffalo because it's Buffalo, man. Like you don't get snow, wind, everything, but I don't want to like be a partnership with a company out in California because like then why? Because like I want to stay true to myself.
And Nate, really quick, speaking of Encore, we got the Encore Cup that I was made aware that Steve Colton was over at Niagara Frontier yesterday.
Yeah.
So that's where the Encore Cup is happening this year. And guess who my partner is going to be? Let's go. It's my partner, match play, baby. We're going to win that stuff all day.
July 11th, 7-Eleven. We'll see you guys there.
I
go shake and bake, Ricky Bobby.
I saw that on Instagram and I immediately texted John. I was like, can we do this? He's like, oh.
I was already in, and then I didn't have a partner yet, so now we got it bridged up. So it's gonna be you and me, Nate, winning that thing.
Hopefully, I'll have my clubs. I think
you'll have your clubs.
July 10th, we'll yeah. I mean, that's what
a month.
Let's hope that by then they can expedite, and if not, we'll make a couple phone calls.
Yeah, and who is Jay, right?
JT. Oh, because your name's not on there. That's
right. Yeah, sorry. It's just
you're fine. JT.
So I have a question for you because this is an interview, so we can go back and forth. Who's your favorite golfer ever?
Tiger Woods, without a doubt.
Okay.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
I know you're driving, and Dan, don't worry about. I mean, not that we don't want to see that beautiful facia, but if you want to go to no video, that you can just put the phone down. That way, it's a little easier. But who's your favorite, if you're able to? Who's your favorite golfer, Dan?
My favorite golfer, old-time golfers, was Lee Trevino. I always liked Lee Trevino because he was just a grinder and came from nowhere. In modern times, Tiger Woods, he just made golf, and he made people who didn't even like golf watch golf. And I hope he can get through these injuries and get back to playing golf at a major level. I don't know, but I sure hope he does.
What a story!
I've always been a fan of Allison Finney.
I was on Instagram the other day, and John, I'm sorry if you were about to speak.
You're good.
I was looking I don't know if you saw it, the picture with his dog. And I have a good memory of stuff like that. But like I was looking, I remember like what he had for injury, and I was looking at it. I'm like, that doesn't. I was like, you should not be. I was like, are you really gonna do this again? I was like, if you do this again, I will literally sit on my couch and cry like a little baby. I'm like, but like, I'm like, you should be like more injured. I was like,
Yeah.
that's a little like. Do you know, Jay, what picture I'm talking about? The one with the.
I'm not too sure about that one. I saw one recently with crutches where he was with
His dog.
yeah, I didn't see the one with his dog, but I know he's
yeah,
got, how long ago was that from?
I think it was like 2 days ago, 3.
2 days ago?
But I was just like, this is just. I was like, but I want to. I want, like I said before, I'm all about greatness, and it would really stink if he ends with a tie at the top of the wins list.
Yeah.
Because golf is so. I was talking with one of my buddies. Golf is so good now. Like the top between like number 50 is so good that you're never gonna get like if he gets 83, which I think he could. I think he could win one more tournament. If he get that would be untouchable. Like
Oh yeah, absolutely.
no one's ever gonna get like Rory McIlroy is good, but he's really fallen off.
Yep. Same with a lot of those guys.
He did just win though, don't forget.
Yeah.
No, but not what he was. He's
Yeah.
not what he. But like that.
He'll be back.
That's why that I love like breaking records. Like I love that stuff because, like I said, to reiterate, I'm all about greatness. Like we're going for great. I'm not. I told John I'm not stopping for anything except
No
greatness.
finish line, brother. There's never
That's
a finish
awesome.
line.
But I'm really glad we can talk about Tiger because that's
for
really
sure. I
insane.
can talk about Tiger all day. It's amazing what he's done. How you mentioned Rory McIlroy, and then I said Jordan Spieth. Like those guys had their little runs, right, for maybe about like this amount of time. But Tiger's done it for you can't even see it. So that's how it makes it so incredible. That on the run he's been on.
I mean, I know the 2019 Masters was insane because of all his injuries, but the 2008 US Open, like
That's when
On
you're
the
going
broken
back
leg?
this year, boys and gals. Gal.
Playing on, I think he's playing on a broken leg and winning. That's insane. Like,
Yeah.
the fact that he did that, I call it the greatest performance in the history of golf. I'm not talking about like pure domination, but like in terms of like the circumstances that's I mean like try waking up on just playing 18 holes of golf on a broken leg and still winning.
That's
And-
And a
incredible.
testament to his athleticism.
Yeah.
Really
And-
quick, guys. Really quick. I don't want to jump around too much here, but and I just want to make sure Dan's a part of this too. What I'd like to do is I'd like what I'd like to catalyze from Jake and Dan there would be maybe just talking more about what it is that Nate will get as a result of this really just incredible extension of kindness with the honorary membership at Niagara Frontier. Because like I said, when I told you, Nate, about this last week in Rochester, brother, I mean, wait till you see this practice facility. It
Yeah.
is, there is nothing like it. It is, and it's not just that, it's just a beautiful area. So Dan and Jake, zig and zag as you will, so that, Nate is aware of what we got. And maybe there's something in writing in an email too one day, but just for now, I'm curious.
Absolutely. Yeah. So
Thank you.
Nate, you are a member of Niagara Frontier. You have unlimited use of the practice facilities. And as John was saying, our driving range, the tee area is about the size of a football field. It really is. It's
all
humongous.
grass, no turf, all grass. Sorry, Jake, I'll shut up.
Yeah. And when you look out at our driving range too, when you're hitting, a lot of driving ranges have, a very flat range with just flags in the ground. And at Niagara Frontier, we have 4 different actual greens that, look like you're hitting an approach into the green. So you can, actually have like a target to shoot at. And I'm not even doing it justice by what I'm explaining to you. You'll come and see it firsthand. It's gorgeous.
And Jake, isn't part of that the old course? Like, weren't there holes from that were then converted to the range? So like literally, Nate, you're hitting the real greens, man. Not like some little stake in the grass or anything. Like, these are real targets as if you're hitting to a real green. Sorry,
Exactly.
just want to massage that in there.
And Neutral, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it used to be our 7th and our 8th hole that they then, kind of ripped up and put the driving range in. And then we added a couple more holes, on the course. And that was back in like 1999, 2000. But in addition to the driving range, we have a small chipping facility with a sand trap so you can practice your short game. And then, of course, a putting green that you can, work on the money putts for. And then our golf course. It really is unlike anything in the area. There's a huge valley that runs right through the middle of it. So you're constantly going up and down. You have side hill lies. You're going to use every single club in your bag when you come out and play here. And then you're going to play the course the next day and you're going to use different clubs. I mean, you really are. It's going to make you, you're not just going to be hitting driver and wedge like John Osberg does at most places. You're going to.
I'm not in the trees. Although I did have a tiny little 32 the other day over there at Frontier on the front 9. So I'll
pretty
take
good. Yeah.
Hey, John, listen, just because you hit one good shot doesn't mean you get to brag about it.
I'm sorry, Nate, did you hear that score I just threw out there? That was a minus 432 at Niagara Frontier where the greens are what are the greens at, by the way? They are
I gotta
awesome.
say probably right at an 11, maybe a 12.
Yeah,
they're nice.
Hey, Jay, because I don't know much about that. Can you explain that to me?
Ooh.
I'll leave that to Nooch. Nooch, you can take over the green speeds.
You know what, guys, because I'm driving, you guys are bouncing in and out. So what did you want me to talk about?
I
could just speeds of the greens, like 11 or a 12. Like, can you give a better explanation of like what that means?
Yeah, sure. That's there's a device that a person invented. It's called the stimp meter, STIMP. And I think the guy's last name was Stimp. That's why it's called that. Ooh. So it's just a little, it's like a little piece of metal that you put a golf ball on the end, and then you lift this piece of metal off and the ball rolls down a little ramp. And depending on how far the ball goes, you give it a number. So if the ball rolls 10 feet, it's considered a 10. And you got to do this in multiple different directions. And then this is what kind of gives you the number of the speed of the green. So the higher the number, the faster the greens. So like if you're playing in the US Open, like we were talking about in 2008, their stimp meter was probably at 14, which is super fast. At our course, we like to keep it at 10 to 10.5 because once we start getting to 11 or 11 and a half or 12, our greens get a little too tough. So 10 to 10.5 is good at Frontier.
Especially
because of all the undulation. Undulation, right? It's
right.
Almost impossible to hold certain things. And sorry, I get excited on this stuff. I'll shut up.
No,
I don't know. Does that explain it?
I think you nailed it.
Okay, good.
Really well said.
Yeah.
So, like John was saying, our superintendent, Dave Luckman, just does an incredible job on the course. And what's a great thing about Niagara Frontier too is, we're all the way out in Youngstown, New York. So we are on the edge of New York State, right by Lake Ontario. And it's very nice and calm and peaceful out here. You know, there's other golf courses that you're right by a busy road and you're constantly hearing cars driving by and you know, a lot of commotion going on. When you're at Niagara Frontier, you are in Niagara Frontier. You know, it is so quiet. You hear, you know, the birds and the animals, and it's you and the golf course, and it really is, you know, a great escape. And you'll see that very soon when we get you out here. But I can't wait till you see this. But I was blown away. I heard the stories like I'm telling you right now before I saw it for the first time, and it didn't do it any justice. So I can't wait to get you out here.
I was just gonna say too, it seems like I mean, you know, we're so juiced about this, but Nate, like Jake's saying, man, wait till you just see it in person. And one shout out to Jake there, man. I'm not throwing numbers out there, but you know, Jake's really incredibly increased the membership of Niagara Frontier, and it's for good reason, after all the things that Jake just cited. So not just a really cool place to play, but then again, back to the beginnings of this conversation, the relationships that can be formed by collisions, right? Just running into, you know, not actually, but walking in, bumping into people, seeing people. I mean, there are just so many, just truly countless great humans that are members there. And then the people that are on the board, the people like Jake and Dan, and just the list goes on and on. So this is literally, it's a bit of a hike for Nate, and it's not that, like, for me, it's a 25-minute ride from Tonawanda, and it's beautiful because it's a straight shot. I throw an audiobook, I make calls, it's beautiful, but even still, it's so worth the drive every time. It really is. So
It's about 5 minutes, maybe.
yeah, as I say, Barb's got it in her backyard. So does Dan. Lucky.
I live in Youngstown.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's awesome.
I want to go
Yeah.
there.
Quick trip. Yeah. And you know, I know you're coming from Akron, right?
Yeah. So
Yes.
so I mean, like, obviously, because hopefully soon with these people who are not good, hopefully I should be driving soon.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yes, you're
Yeah,
speaking
yeah,
driver's
yeah.
license.
I'm not talking about any golfer. I'm talking about stuff that I'm dealing with outside of golf. Hopefully,
We're working with Access VR to get him driving.
Oh,
and,
nice.
and they are slower than a turtle. Yeah,
They are. They
but
are.
but like I said, I have staff who can come with me. I'm sure John would like to go because John actually has never seen, well, he's seen me hit the range. He hasn't seen me play, and I'm doing a review on my golf club, so I'm super pumped about that. I
Nice.
actually, John, I was gonna tell you, I
Sure.
had a meeting with Max, and we came up with like 20 or 25 good YouTube videos, like
Let's go.
ideas. So
Let's go.
I mean, I'm not saying I want to be realistic with you, Jay. I'm not gonna be able to come out every day just because it's not
The hike.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
we have transportation resources
I-
to get to the
But
club.
Jay, I have a question. So I was looking on your website, and I was looking at the membership, obviously, because I'm super pumped about that. Can you see how happy I am?
Yeah.
So I was looking at, and you have the all the country clubs that are like associated with you guys.
Yep.
I'm
Knew
not
you were gonna go here, there, Nate. He's savage. Sorry, continue.
No,
That's awesome.
100%. Those are you're a member, Nate. So
Okay,
if you're a member at Niagara
I-
Frontier, you get to use reciprocal courses.
Oh my
I'm-
God!
I-
Really? I didn't
I-
even know this, Jake. That's amazing.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying like I'm not grateful, because I am.
This is
This is
awesome.
super amazing, and I thank you greatly for this. But like, it's way, I'm not complaining. I just want to say that I'm not, because, but it's way easier to go to like Lancaster because it's right there. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
So
I was-
Nate, I don't want to speak on Jake's behalf. I'll let him be additive or subtracting to this, but that's going to be a much more limited use. I would have to
Yeah.
guess because it's not the core membership, but how it
Oh.
typically works, Jake, I'm not a worker at Frontier, but I know how this game works. Typically once a month you can kind of swing through and have to be premeditated on it. So you and your team, and I'm happy to help too. You'd have to call in and say, hey, member over at Frontier and Dan Antonucci, this and that, love to come play, come play through the course this date, usually like a week, maybe two in advance. Maybe not that long, but you know what I mean? So,
well,
gotta be it'd be a little bit more, it's a little bit more limited there. But it certainly is cool to know, because I didn't even think that was going to be a thing until you asked and Jake said,
Yeah. So just to kind of build on what John said, so those are reciprocal courses. So, we have our head pro, Dan, who's been here for 30 years, and we talk about relationships, and Dan knows everybody in the golf business in Western New York. So he's built all these great relationships with all these other private golf clubs in the area. So when you become a member at Frontier, you're able to go out and play those courses just one time per month, though. So, what would happen?
It's still great.
Yeah.
No, it's still great. I was just asking. Wait.
Yeah.
So another question. You said one time a month. Does that mean one time for those courses, or like one time per course?
Yeah, you can play. Our members can play each course once per month, and the way that works is you would come into our pro shop and you would say, "Hey Dan, I would like to play Lancaster Country Club on this day at this time," and then Dan would have to call their pro shop and say, "Hey, our member Nate would like a tee time. Can you fit him in?" The thing with you won't get like a peak tee time there, though. It'll be kind of when they have some open room. So usually later on, 2-3 o'clock on weekends, they have some availability. But we can, help orchestrate that stuff and go through the pro shop and get you out there. And then, so when you go to those places, you would have to pay their cart fee. You'd have to pay for your cart, but as a member, you don't have to pay their, $20-25. And then, if John wanted to come with you, you could bring 3 non-members with you, and they would just pay the appropriate guest fee at that partner club. So it's not like you'd have to go with a bunch of members from Frontier. You can bring some buddies, Brian Jacobs, Osberg, all those Encore guys can go play with you one time per month, and they would just pay the full rate over there.
Yeah, and Nate, I've got some connections for you, brother, without wanting to, the overwhelm factor is definitely important to keep front of mind. You got a lot going on, a lot of people, but there's so many good members there, Nate, that I've either recruited in, working with Jake, which I need to do more of. We got to get that membership capacity tapped. Let's get that done. But no, funny, but the point is there's some really good members there, Nate, that actually have donated that are members at Frontier. Again, another testament to the place. There are several members there, many members actually, now that I think about it, that actually donated to your GoFundMe. Some serious money. So those are the folks that are top of mind for me to continue kind of like that intra-networking, intra-connectivity of just great people, great communities. So literally, I'll just name some names. Tyler Riesinger, Rob Minicucci, Greg Shoemaker are 3 that come to mind, that are some of my great friends that are now that have been members over at Frontier. So, so that'll be cool to get that connected up too.
Yeah.
I just want to say that transportation, I know you're a little concerned about it, Nate, but we will work it out, and you have lots of transportation resources. So I think you will be able to get out to all of the courses in Niagara, especially quite often.
And when you come out to Niagara Frontier, it's not like you're coming out for an hour. You're going to come out, you're going to hit the range for, half hour, 45 minutes, if not longer. And then you're going to go play golf for, 3-4 hours. And it's a well worth the drive out here, and it's available to you. So we definitely want to see you out here.
Jay, I have one more question, and this is gonna seem a little pushy, but I'm not like saying it like that way.
He's getting after it.
Yeah.
What am I allowed to start like ASAP?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just like, do I have to wait like a month? Because that's gonna So
Get pretty excited about playing it.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we'll do, so when we'll have like an official, meetup at Frontier, I'm sure John, maybe in the next week or so. So I'll have a membership folder for you with your own bag tag. We'll give you a
Wow.
locker. You'll get, some membership information. So I'll have that all ready for you. It'll have my contact info too. So what we'll do, is we have to limit you in a way as far as tee times go. Like, we have to leave the weekend mornings and some peak times for our full-time members, but those are very small chunks that basically would be off limits. But you would be able to come out and play, and what we'll do is you'll have my card, so you can shoot me a text and things like that when you want to come and play, and I'll let you know when we're available and things like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. And just one more thing there, Nate, too, is the times that are not exactly available are times that I really can't see you desiring to play because of the actual effort that it takes to get out there. So like when I was younger, I had a junior membership at a local, well, it was actually a Southern Tier country club. I was like in my early 20s. I was paying like $500 a year at Gowanda Country Club. It was crazy. And it was because it was so cheap. The point is we were limited, but it was a 60-minute drive for me from downtown Buffalo. And I couldn't play at certain times, like specifically the mornings, which I'm not going to get up at 7 a.m. on a Saturday to go play, go make the drive all the way down. So that's kind of the same deal here. So anyway, why don't we do this? We only got a couple minutes at the top of the hour, and this has been awesome spending 60 minutes with two of these absolute legend heroes. But I want to, I want to get a group photo. Dan, are you able to come back real quick for a quick screenshot here? Thumbs up, sure. Smile. All right, here we go. You ready? All right, I'm going to try to get, I'm going to try to get everyone here. So here we go. Ready? Oh man, I got to come over here. My bad. One sec. This is, it takes more effort than you think. All right, got it. The other thing I wanted to say was, we're gonna coordinate. So exciting news for Nate. Thanks, Dan. Exciting news for Nate is that he is gonna be out at Club Champion on Tuesday, getting all dialed in. VIP experience, Brian Jacobs, man himself, VIP everything, and then and by the way, Barb, well, we'll talk offline on that. I was gonna ask you like if they've communicated like what the expectations for dollars are, but we'll do that offline. Okay. In terms of cost, I'll say. But so he's getting down.
Sorry, I'm really sorry. I just need to cut you off. You're good. I don't need to worry about that, right? You guys got it.
We got it.
Yeah, we'll handle it. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
I
got the money in the bank.
Max definitely.
I just, this is like super cool, and like obviously reputation is huge, so like I want to make sure like I really wanted to not worry about that, because like
you're good. We got you covered.
So you were saying, John?
Pardon?
You were saying about the top of the hour.
Right. No, you're good. I'm glad you're looking for clarity. So so then basically what I was gonna say is we're gonna get dialed in with Nate, and he'll be getting ready to rock and roll. But I think we look out. I would even just say, to make sure the weather's right too, in case we have one of these happenings, maybe we look 2 weeks out, in terms of getting like, cause and the other thing too, is I'd like to have several folks there. So I'm going to go just top of my head here. It'd be obviously Jake, Dan, Max from the team, Nate, Barb, whoever else from Accessible, and whoever from maybe Nate's family, anyone like that, obviously myself. And then you got Encore Golf, Verde Golf, although Alex lives in Florida now, but anyway, Verde Golf, Encore Golf, Brian Jacobs Golf, and the list goes on. Maybe Club Champion, and I mean, there's too many to even name. Western Europe PGA, Timmy Freeze, Glen Oak, all these people. It'd be really cool to kind of get everyone together at Niagara Frontier and really get some cool stuff happening there for like, an hour or something on the range to kick this off for Nate.
Yeah.
And shoot, maybe we even can get I almost said SHIT, so I'm glad I stopped and said shoot. Maybe we even get the news there in a sense. We can make some calls and get the news there. I can make a couple calls, 247, whatever, not wine and Time Warner Cable, whatever the heck, Spectrum News, whatever it is, we can definitely dial in some press. So I think it'd be a win-win-win for everyone. It's really at the core of it. It's foundational on how just great our community really is. We see it every single day. These are the kind of stories that keep the world, make the world go around. So I think at least 2 weeks out, we look out to that. And then even just looking at like, availability, obviously at Frontier to be on the range potentially with 40 people, 30, 20, 30, 40, whatever, the news. So there might be some planning.
Oh, just so we 2 weeks is great. I'll have my second shot by then, so that's
Right.
good. So we don't. For me,
No,
we don't need to. We don't need to worry about having lots of people because I'll have my second vaccine.
We won't need
So
masks or
that's
anything.
good.
Vaccine.
Yeah, I'm all vaxxed. I think mostly
Yeah.
everyone here is vaxxed up. Outdoors, the restrictions are nil. And so again, that's just a number. Maybe it's 3 weeks because what I don't want to do is rush it. This is me talking, not anyone else, but don't want to rush it. And also making certain that, that this is something that obviously Jake and Dan, which I have to guess, given that we've done some bad golf Niagara University stuff there, you probably want to get this kind of thing rolling there. I think it'd be really cool to host this, again, just, it's like mainly like, let's get the golf community to come out and just show support for Nate and come together as a, again, it's all about community. So anyway, enough from me. I would say, let's just think about 2-3-ish weeks. And then
We'll chat about that, John. We can coordinate
we'll
that.
all touch base as necessary. Me, whatever, we can all talk, whatever it is, we'll make it work. But the thing I got is my next kind of 3-4 days is crazy. I'm going to be running 26.2 miles on Sunday for these guys. For guys like Nooch and the people that support PGA Reach, which, again, is military, youth, and groups of diversity. So this weekend is crazy. And then the next week is a little crazy. So, but not that it matters about me, but I am kind of the QB, if you will, or I'd like to think I am.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter about me though. The point is we got this, you got this, let's go, keep going. But any final remarks from Dan, Jake, and Barb? Obviously,
No, I think 2 weeks sounds good. Somewhere between 2 weeks before Father's Day that,
Perfect.
Yeah,
that would work out great for us. So
I mean, in a perfect world, guys, I mean, it's just like having your cake and eating it too, whatever that phrase is. It's like if somehow those clubs were expedited. So June 1, I don't know if like is late June. We don't want to wait too long, right? Because I want to get Nate out there. Like Nate can go, but then the kickoff, like that's the thing. Nate can go whenever he wants. But the kickoff, I mean, imagine we have the clubs. There's a bet. I mean, and it's not to make it like, marketing or product, whatever you call it, seeding. It's like, like the community came together to do this for this incredible young man. Cause I'm the same as Nate and everyone on the call. Like, I don't care about money. I care about legacy and impact. That's all I care about, value and giving.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nate.
And the other thing is with, as you probably know, Jay, has how the internet works. We do not want to get that scammer label because once you get that, you're done. And we're really focused on making like content for the GoFundMe people to be like, oh, I gave that kid blah 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 money. He's using his codes. Like,
no, I hear you. That I like that.
So something to think about then, guys. And by the way, Nate, one thing you just answered, it was going to be a question and a point that I made to you in response to some of what I've heard trending in our conversation. This is it's not to be mean or negative, but it's like, the more as a coach, right? The more we talk about one thing, the more we get it. So let's not worry. Let's focus on magnetizing for good and positivity rather than worrying about scam and losing reputation. So, cause if you do that, right, the magnetized ways of our life, listen, you answered your own question though, right? Cause you said, let's make sure that we have clubs and we do it right so that people do see the support they've given. But all I would say in your everyday life, it's something I try to do. And with friends and clients and family, whatever, is instead of saying, don't forget Jake, it's let's remember Jake, right? So see that flip? It's affirmative versus the opposite. And I know Barb is could definitely back that real good. Barb is a master of the mind. So
I'm sorry. It just,
oh, you don't know, and that's the other thing. No more sorry.
You're learning.
I know, man. You're good.
You're learning on the fly.
Learning by doing.
I mean, I just want to get a little personal if I can for a second. I was really stressed out because this is happening like
So-
so fast, and I'm like, because as I will explain to you, really quickly, the first 2 years out of high school, I had nothing. Like, Barb will even vouch for me. I had nothing. I didn't even know what a care coordinator was. Like, or not care coordinator. Whatever. I didn't know. So we had a bad coordinator, and that kind of dampened everything. So I went like this, and then my life started to pick up. Like, I got a computer, I got Barb from Accessible, and then my life was just like, oh, and I'm like, oh my God, like me and my helpers were working on stress levels because these meetings are obviously really big for me, and again, I appreciate you guys so much. But I just want to say that, like, you guys are so nice, and thank you so much.
Yeah,
I just
No
wanted
problem
to
at all,
say
Nate.
that-
Happy to have you.
You're welcome, Nate.
Trying to make me
Yeah,
cry, Nate?
Thank you. I
and
just want to say about
I-
Nate's experience is very similar to other young adults who leave high school who had services in place because of their disability, and there's a drop off once they leave high school and enter adult life.
Heard about
And
that.
being connected with us, and then now being connected to the real world through his love of golf is just tremendous. And I just thank all of you gentlemen for bringing this message forward about persons with disabilities have so much to offer, and have that to be given access and opportunity is tremendous. So thank you for inviting us to the dance.
No problem at all.
He John.
Thank you, Barb. Thank you for all you do,
I,
Barb, too, man. Seriously.
I don't know
Barb's
if
a
you
champ.
I don't want to like keep promoting myself, but like I don't know if you've seen my YouTube channel. If John,
Oh, yeah.
could
Yeah,
you
so-
sign that?
So really quick, guys, and we do got to jump here, but
Okay.
respectful time. No, and I love it. Trust me. I wish I could spend 3-4 more hours on this, but here's what we're gonna do. I think so. Most of what we've talked about today, I don't think there's anything that can't be public out there. I mean, the one weird thing. Let's get into Jake. I don't know what I said. That's not gonna be a big
Yeah.
deal. We got 60
I
minutes.
was
of
like,
content
whoa.
here. This is almost like an impromptu like podcast or like town hall in a sense. And I'll talk offline with Barb, but if I got Dan and Jake's go ahead, because this is gonna download to my hard drive. I'm gonna put it in Google Drive, and then I could tune this up a little bit, and I could make this even like a podcast of mine that could get
That would be
upwards of a
lovely.
couple hundred views, as long as you guys are cool with it. I know. Trying to think, like, there's nothing. We'll talk offline, so I'm not making a decision here. So Jake, if you want to
Yeah.
call me today or this weekend or whatever next week, I'm not gonna do this like immediately. But from what I can remember of our talk, like I think most of this, or not all of it, there's probably no issue in it going out because it is such an incredible story. If I have to, I can tune as necessary. But I don't know if there's really anything in there. So it doesn't matter. The point is that could be something we do. Your YouTube, Nate, absolutely all day. They know where to find you. I put all your hyperlinks in that email and by the way, one more thing, that email I sent to get us all connected last Friday, I BCC'd 70 people, meaning I blind copied, Nate, 70 other people a lot of who were involved in your money race. So there is a great awareness on this happening. And your links were all in there with some of the,
Okay.
like, there was celebrities, not to sound like I'm a hero worshiper or whatever, but there was some celebrities in that BCC type kind of thing, founder of Bill's Mafia,
Thank
Valentino.
you.
All right, yeah. So your message is being spread every day, maybe more even than and it's, again, rightfully so. So I'm talking a lot, but let's conclude. You guys are
Thank
amazing.
you.
Everyone, Barb, you are a rock star. Jake, Dan, unbelievable.
Thank you.
Nate,
Very nice meeting you guys.
Oz, can I say a couple more things, Oz?
oh yeah, please. I didn't know if you were still there. My bad, Dan.
I'm still here, yeah.
Go
Just
ahead.
first off, for Nate, welcome to the Niagara Frontier family. And whether you're an employee or a member at Niagara Frontier, we consider us a big family. So welcome to the Frontier family. And when you're talking to Jake Tino before about looking at your website, it's not your website, it's our website. So you're part of Frontier now. And first time first time at your Niagara Frontier, and this is compliments to Jake Tino and I. We want you to pick out a new Frontier golf shirt and outerwear piece and a golf hat, because we want you sporting the Niagara Frontier logo all around Western New York.
Absolutely.
I'm all about supporting Western New York. So
Awesome.
Look at that view there, everyone. That's your
It is
That is
lovely.
your course, brother. I mean, look,
Nice.
and if you can see that, I know you're driving, but I mean, this, and by the way, Jake, kudos. I think it was you that spearheaded this like drone work and pictures, man.
No, that was Nooch years ago. I'm just uncovering it.
Credit where credit's due to all of you, though, right? So it's like, I'm trying to think, where could I go really quick to? I know we're all trying. I mean, not that we have to get the heck out of here, but I mean, like, this is just like, we get, like I said,
you can look at every hole.
every
Yep.
hole there.
Mhm.
You guys have like the drones and stuff. I thought you're like, oh my God, look at this.
Oh,
Go. Check this out, Nate. Dig in, brother. All right, let's look at this. Let's check this out. Where's the sound? Is there sound?
Yeah, it's
Look.
Nooch.
Look at this.
oh my.
Check it out, Nate.
That's insane.
Listen up.
301 yards from the red tees.
It's unbelievable.
Wow. Hopefully it hit it in those trees.
To get a relatively flat line.
There's a lot of trees.
It's a tough opening hole.
Which is better than lots of water. So I'll take that.
Yes. Yeah. You're not going to lose a lot of golf balls. We got to take your medicine. That's for sure.
So yeah, unless you can bomb it out, like I'll typically end up here. Like
Okay, John. You had to flex that. Okay.
I'm not flexing. I'm Team LFG. You know that. Look at this. Team LFG, man.
I'm just messing with you.
I know, but so this is just, this is more for you to just to see truly, like, I mean, look at this. I mean, I didn't even, honestly, this is, I didn't even know you guys had this, and I'm a
That's
that's
insane.
I mean, this
That's
is
so cool.
There's a reason you guys have grown your membership and just
It's a beautiful course.
No, it really is. You'll have a lot of fun out here.
Bear with me real quick because I have to show it, and I'm struggling to remember which hole it is. It's 15, right? The par 3 or the par 5. Nate,
No,
check.
14.
Oh man, I screwed it up. I should know this. Check this out, Nate, really quick, dude. And then we're gonna adjourn here because, like I said, this could be all day long. This is one of my absolute. I mean, this hole belongs on. I mean, they all do, but this hole specifically for me belongs, like just like in the top like 10 holes in the country, the world. Look at this. This is just fantastic. I'll shut up and let's watch.
Hole 14 in Niagara Frontier is a par 5, playing 490 yards from the blue tee.
But it plays longer than that.
485 yards from the white tees. 435 from
Look
the
at
gold
that.
tees, and 401 yards from the red
Wow.
It's all water there, Nate. And you got this beautiful sweeping fairway, water the whole way down the left.
Dog leg left that follows the curve of the large pond to the left of the hole.
Look at that.
The smart play is to hit your drive towards the fairway bunkers.
Yeah, out here.
Long hitters can try to cut the corner of the
And that's
pond,
what I do.
but it plays farther than it.
Sorry. All right, here. And then to finish, I want you to see the
Also
green
narrows that
approach
second
shot. And then here's look at that pin there. And then here we'll finish, and then we're gonna
From
rock
your
and roll.
approach shot.
Look at that, Nate.
So if the pin is in the
Isn't that
back,
amazing?
protect your club,
That's
make it
insane.
front center of the
Man.
green, which could
Strategically
influence
placed.
any putt when the pin is cut close to it.
Yeah, that's a tough.
So that
There's a family of swans that live in that pond too. So humongous, massive white swans you'll see when you're out there too. It's pretty incredible.
so that's all drone work. That's all drones.
You could go every hole you could see from start to finish.
Yeah, and you got the map too, even like.
No, I'm saying like you did that all with a drone.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
hired a guy years ago that came and did that for us. So
Well, that's really
yeah,
cool.
yeah, it was sweet.
Nate, for context too, again, number 4, I'm sorry, from the back tees is over 600, and it is a crazy tee shot. Through a shoot, you got
Yeah.
trouble out down the right, trouble down the left, and then your approach shot, you've got OB, and it's a street with a vineyard on the right. Like literally, like it looks like you're in France on number 4 along the right side. I'm serious, and that's what back.
Well,
It's still quiet out there.
I'm definitely getting a 10 on that hole.
No,
No.
You're going
You'll be fine.
albatross 2.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with myself.
So, all right, listen,
Um,
we could juice up all day here. Let's say our
Yeah.
goodbyes, and then we got some great things ahead here. I'm so excited. I cannot wait.
Definitely.
Thank
Hey,
you,
Nate,
Dan,
happy
Jake.
birthday. Welcome to Niagara Frontier.
Thank you.
So nice meeting you, and we'll coordinate and make sure we set you up and have a nice welcoming to Frontier for you.
Okay. Hey, Jay. I don't mean to be mean here, but like, if you want to get a hold, like, if you need to reach me, is there a way I can get your number? Cause
I'll text
Yeah.
you guys right now.
Ja-
I'll text the
Ja-
text.
Yeah,
John-
start a group and then
John will even say this. I'm way better at texting.
that's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, no, John will send a group chat with me, you,
Oh,
and whoever else in it, and we'll
Already
and,
done.
yeah,
It's already
be
done.
accessible.
thank you.
Okay.
No
that's
problem.
terrific.
Welcome to Frontier, Nate, and Barb. Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks for connecting
Nice
all
to-
this, and of course, Johnny O. Thanks again, my man.
Yeah.
Let's go. All
Thank
right, y'all
you.
keep going.
All right, guys, have a good one.
All right.
Happy birthday,
Bye.
Nate. Keep
Goodbye
going,
and
everyone.
thank you.
No
Bye,
problem.
thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Thank you
everyone.
so much.
See you guys.
Take care.
Yeah.
See ya.